Hey everybody, Tim from Monarch Historical Fencing here, talking about HEMA Labs 1 and how it went, as well as a little announcement at the end for HEMA Labs 2, so stay tuned for that. HEMA Labs 1 was incredibly successful. We had a few fighters from as far away as Iowa and Colorado, and they traveled their way over here to our one-day event and had a good time. I had a lot of positive reporting on the continuous fencing rule set, and I think everybody really enjoyed it, honestly. There's a lot of people that say that continuous fencing leads to really bad fencing. I don't think that that's the case, especially now after the tournament. If you go and watch the video on the Monarch Historical Fencing YouTube channel, you'll see quite a lot of really good fencing. There was a little bit of whack fuck in there, don't get me wrong, but for the most part, everybody's fencing was gorgeous, and I think the results speak for themselves. Overall, it was a very fun and competitive tournament. In fact, I hope that once we have a large tournament, we can use the continuous fencing rule set with some modifications to make it a little bit more consistent in judging, and people can come and show their stuff from all over the country and maybe all over the world. Who knows? One day. But for right now, we're actually going to focus on our second tournament, HEMA Labs 2. Now you might say to yourself, didn't you just have HEMA Labs 1 like less than a month ago? That is correct. In a previous video, I described that the ideology about HEMA Labs is not only just experimental fencing with experimental rule sets, it's also wanting to provide a place for newer fencers as well as veteran fencers to have a competitive place to go to that where they could maybe win a little bit of money, maybe practice their skills and put themselves to the test against people on a regular basis instead of having to take 2 or 3 days off of work and have to travel for days at a time and buy hotels and all those sorts of things. It is my goal to make sure that everybody has a nice little tournament to go to once every couple of months. Our next tournament is actually going to be June the 7th, right here in Larned in Kansas. And it's going to be starting at the same time, about 2:30, to make sure that people have enough time to drive from early in the morning to get here if they so desire. And it should end, within a few hours, so people can drive home after hanging out if they so desire. The tournament rule set is going to be pretty fun. It's going to be a 3v3 field battle of capture the flag. It's going to be 10 minutes long with a 5-minute and then a 5-minute with a little break in between to make sure nobody gets overheated and people could grab water and things like that. It's going to be a little hotter that day, maybe about 80 degrees. I already checked the temperatures historically. Maybe we'll get a freak 60-degree day. That would be kind of nice, but it's very likely to be around 80 degrees that day. We're going to have water and ice packs and things like that for anybody that needs them. We are going to have respawns. It's not going to be 3v3, you just die and then you're dead for the round. The idea is not to have the most historically accurate 3v3 tournament of all time. It's to challenge you to work with your teammates and to use your lives sparingly to ensure that you have enough energy to finish a capture. Because while, yes, you do get respawns, if you die, you will have to run all the way back to your spawn point and then all the way back to the action. So you don't want to die too often or else you'll end up tuckered out and probably unable to fight effectively. You may have noticed that I haven't mentioned any weapons for this particular tournament, and that's because all are allowed. That's right, it is a mixed steel 3v3 capture the flag event. I want to make sure you know, though, that it's any weapon that's 6 feet or under. If it's 6 feet 2 inches, it's not that big of a deal, but nothing crazy. We are allowing montante and spears and other such things, but if there is a slashing element to your weapon, there needs to be boffer. So your montante would need to be a boffer montante. Any other such weapons like spears or halberds or things like that, all of those require to have appropriate safety foam tips and things like that to ensure that everybody is safe. There's going to be a lot more safety standards because a 3v3 in a field battle is a pretty hectic situation. So we're going to have some important safety measures, which you can read underneath this particular video. But we've thought of quite a bit. If you have any questions or concerns, though, you could feel free to air them, and I'd be more than happy to take a look at your suggestions and possibly change the rule sets to make them even more safe, just to make sure. In our last tournament, we had a cash prize for first, second, and third. That's because we had individual participants. So this time we are going to have only first place getting a cash prize. All the rest of the money will be helping our club, sustain and have a nice place to fence and provide these tournaments. Being as it is that this tournament is a 3v3 tournament, we're going to need a lot of people. So please feel free to bring anybody that you can. We'd love to have any inexperienced or experienced players, people from other game types, Boohurt and SCA and LARP. We don't care. As long as they're willing to follow the rules and play in a way that is safe with our HEMA gear, that's perfectly okay with us. We just want to make sure that everybody has a good time. So please, invite your clubmates, invite other clubs if you know them. We want to make sure that we have a fun and diverse event. So everybody's invited. Come on over, hang out, have fun. So just to repeat, our tournament is going to be on June 7th at 2:30 p.m. here in Larned, Kansas. You could follow the tournament by going to our Monarch Historical Fencing Facebook page and following the event. Email us or contact me personally on Facebook to ask information. I'm more than happy to give you more information. If anybody is interested in sponsoring the tournament, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to collaborate with you. So yeah, our tournament is 3v3, capture the flag, mixed steel, here on June 7th at 2:30 p.m. Feel free to stop by. We'll really enjoy having you here. Have a good one, guys.